Five things that sum up retirement isn't all about money. Yep, I said it. I said it. And if you disagree with that statement, give me a comment below. Tell me why you think money is more important than retirement. Um, just for quick, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. I greatly appreciate it and follow along. Me and my wife have retired. My wife just recently retired. And we are in the process of downsizing, about ready to put the house on the market, and about to venture a new adventure. What that is, what that looks like, how we're getting there, we don't know. We haven't quite figured it out just yet. But we plan on sharing our journey with everybody. So please follow along. I greatly appreciate it. So, anyways, our five things that talk about money and retirement isn't all about money would be the number one thing is identity and purpose. It matters more than the paycheck. We often work decades and decades and decades for one or more company, and we're used to the community, the routine, the structure, the environment. We get used to all these things day in, day out. We spend most of our lives at work more than we do anything else. And it shapes and defines us, good or bad, however you can look at it. And when we retire, we lose that, we lose all that structure, all that community and everything. And it can be a struggle because now we have to go and find who we are. We have to redefine ourselves, find out what our purpose is. And it can be very, very eye-opening and build happiness and sense of community and pride and, all these gamut of emotions to find out who you really are, what you've been missing and what's your purpose, rather it's doing things for yourselves or others. It's very, very enjoyable and it's very, very interesting to be able to find and identify who you really are and what you've been missing for so long. Number two would be time and freedom is more than wealth itself. Don't care how much money you have. If you have all this wealth and you run out of time, it didn't do you any good. So retiring and even if it's semi-retired, cutting back, having the time and the freedom to do what you want, when you want, how you want, is very, very liberating, very, very freeing, and it's very, very satisfying. I mean, if it takes me 3 days to cut my grass, it takes 3 days to cut my grass. I don't care. I'm not gonna be upset. I can take time to do certain things. I don't have to rush a project. When we're working all these decades, we spend so much time at work. We fight traffic there. We fight traffic coming back. We have very little bit of time to go to the gym, take care of the kids, shuttle our kids all over the place, take care of things for our wives, cook dinner. You have all these things that you're rushing in just a small little fraction of time before you got to go to bed and then repeat the next day and the next day, and then on the weekends we're just rushed. Well, in retirement, having that time and that freedom, we're able to take our time and take things slow down. I'm not rushed for anything. I don't feel like I'm rushed at anything. The only stress I got is whatever my wife causes, and she doesn't cause that much. But it's I'm not feeling like I have to get something done right then and there. There's things I got on my timetable, as far as storage containers and stuff like that. But there's no stress involved. And being able to do things when I want, how I want, and having the freedom to just, hey, if I want to go grocery shopping while everybody's at work, that's the best time for me to go grocery shopping or to go do things because I don't have to deal with everybody else that's at work. And then instead of doing it on the weekend or when everybody's coming home and doing the mad dash rush, there's less stress for me. I don't have to deal with the hustle and grind of everybody else trying to get things done as fast as they can. So it is very, very nice to have that freedom and that time. Number three, health and energy is priceless. If you don't have your health, you don't have the energy to do it because whatever, that could weigh on you. And when we say health and energy, we're talking about your physical health, your mental health, your spiritual health. We're talking about, in retirement, because you don't have the stress, you can focus on the things that really matter. I mean, if you need spiritual help, you can focus on that. You need mental health or physical health or combination of all three or however, you can do that. I can take care of myself. I can eat right. I can do these things that I'm not able to do because I'm working and grinding and doing all this stuff. But now in retirement, I can focus on these times. I can take my time and I'm not rushed. And since I retired, I feel healthier. I may not look healthier. I may not have lost any weight. I mean, I still eat good. I'm whatever, but mentally, I'm healthier physically. I'm healthier. I've gone to the doctor. I was going every 3 months, and now it's every 6 months. And I'm taking my health back. I'm taking a lot of things back, and it's very very refreshing. It's very very satisfying that I'm able to put me first. Vice, cramming a Red Bull because I have to work late, or uh, not getting the sleep that I need to. I can focus on what's important, so I can stay around longer and be healthier and be happier and have the energy to do the things I want to do. So that's definitely nice. The toll that your emotions, your mental, your physical, and spiritual health takes, working, can be devastating, and it can affect you. The longer it goes, the worse it gets, and it's definitely nice. Anyhow, number four would be the relationship defines the quality of life, which is very very true. When we're working, our relationship with friends, family, loved ones, community can be impacted. They can take a back seat because we're focused on work. We're focused on other things because not that we're doing it intentionally or on purpose, but because we have so much, we have so little time to focus on the important stuff in life, such as family and friends. Or if we have to do something like we're going to go to the gym 3 times a week. Well, something's got to take a back seat for us to go to the gym for an hour. That could be family, that could be responsibilities. There's only so much time in the day. And now that in retirement, I can focus on my friends and my family and communities. Now, I mean, I have the same communities and friends, or even some of the family. I can focus on things that I've neglected, things that I want to start up. I want new communities. I got to look for new communities, new friends. And not everybody's going to follow you into retirement. So that's part of the work. You're redefining and seeing who you are, what interests you, what doesn't interest you, your emotional and physical and spiritual growth. It's being able to take care of you, your family, and rekindle, things, connections with all these different entities, family, friends, community, whatever, that you probably neglected or hadn't had time for, whether it was on purpose or not. So if that makes any sense. I know that I've been able to focus on my wife, my kid, my dogs, friends, and some of the communities out there a lot more since retirement, and I feel happier with it. I gave up a lot of community when I was working, but yeah, it's definitely satisfying. Number five is experiences are greater than accumulation, and I think when you hear older people that retire, people that are on their deathbeds, or older people much typically older than me, you don't really hear them say often, "Oh, I wish I had this. I wish I had that." They don't really talk about accumulation of stuff too much. It's usually, "I wish I had done this when I was younger. I wish I had more time to do this. I wish I had more experiences. Wish I was around more." It's more about the experience and I guess time and things like that. Because if it was all about accumulating and keeping up with the Joneses, having a fancy car, nice houses, nice clothes, they're fine, but they don't bring true happiness. Experiences, enjoying things that make you happy, whether that's watercoloring, playing sports, pickleball, going for walks, going to the gym, whatever, going skydiving, doing things. Those experiences are far greater than any wealth that you have. Anything that you have, cars, houses, things in your house, no one gives a shit about your shit, your crap. Who cares? Your kids are most likely are going to just throw it away anyways. Nobody wants it. So why strive to have that because everybody else has that? I love gadgets. Oh, I love gadgets. I love the latest and greatest stuff. There's just things. Look, I've had about 30 computers in my house, laptops that I've had over the years, from work to things I've collected because I did labs. It was all work purpose and it all helped and did the job. But downsizing, I've learned, man, there's a lot of trash. And trying to get rid of this stuff, did it really bring happiness? It brought up maybe a little bit of joy in my life, but I could have probably done a lot of other things that would have brought a lot more happiness, more experience, I guess. Some things that are more memorable than working in my lab. Oh, I got this computer here and I'm gonna be able to do this for this customer. It ain't worth it. Rather you go skydiving or do a triathlon. Those are good experiences. Some people are doing that now, and I applaud them. But at what cost? For everything that we do, there's always a cost. And sometimes we just don't realize it until it's too late. And then in retirement, we know we have a lot more time to focus on the things that really matter. Anyhow, disagree with anything? You agree with it? Is there something that I probably should put on that list or didn't talk about? Let me know down below. I appreciate everybody's feedback, and I will